Yeah, you know, the double bummer for Beltran is that he was also in the final with CPRT.
He was CPRT, he was paddleball, and he was also, I mean, on paper, even though Rocky and Lala won that game,
yeah,
I'd like to imagine they probably would have pulled that out, but at the end of the day,
nice
unfortunate event. Congratulations to Lala and Rocky. They ended up taking that first game, and that was hard fought.
Yeah, we have a really surprising final. You know,
no one could have picked it.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky has won this title 5 times here, and he's been in the finals a number of times more. So him being in the back end and playing on a Sunday is not necessarily a surprise, but you know, no one in their right mind would have looked at a number 14 seed and said, oh, those are the guys that are going to make the final.
Right, and we come into this thinking, like, from the very start a couple months ago, oh my gosh, biggest news in a while that we've heard, Kane and Rocky are going to pair up.
Yep. Unfortunate
event where Kane gets hurt. Everyone does the racquetball shuffle for partners. Everyone kind of lands up with someone a little bit different, some last-minute partner changes. And then now we're in a place where, once again, due to injury, we see a final that no one could have predicted. It reminds me of like doing NC2A bracket for basketball.
Nice shot.
And all of a sudden Duke loses first round, and you're like, well, there just went my entire bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But the upset team we're talking about, of course, is Nick Riffle and Adam Mania, who pulled off 3 upsets by seed to beat the 3 seed, the 11 seed, and the 2 seed to make it to the final. So bravo to them. That'll be tomorrow at, I believe, noon. Don't quote me on that. We'll have the broadcast schedule up later on this evening because we plan out the matches ahead of time. Meanwhile, back here.
Yeah, hi, guys. Promise we'll give you airtime. Close.
Oh, I thought for a second it was the wrong player who grabbed that ball. Like you're back at the park and just saving a walk. We should note for the record, our referee here is Micah Rich, the losing semifinalist. When you lose here, you got a ref. You have that added indignity with threats of violence if you walk away from your responsibilities.
And I mean, that's what makes Vegas such a fun tournament. It doesn't matter what division you're playing, and I'm not saying this is the cause or the reason, but what a fun town to come to. You know what I mean? You do have the gambling, you do have the partying and the nightlife, and you also have the shows, and you've got matches going at 7 a.m. all the way up until my match last night at 10:10 and and beyond. You know what I mean? So there's so many factors that can play into teams. Like even right now, on paper, you think this should be a walkthrough, and the next thing you know, you just show up. It's a motto I go by for anyone that goes into any match, no matter what your ranking, how much the differentiation is between you and the other guy. All you need is a chip and a chair.
Nice shot.
To be in the game, you know what I mean?
So, Brian, wait, I misunderstood you. You say there's gambling
Easy to
here?
do. I talk a lot.
There's gambling in Las Vegas?
Yes. You can gamble with money or you can gamble with your life. Either one. I've tried both.
So how long have you lived here now?
I came out here on April 28th and officially became a resident on May 2nd.
Okay.
Of 2021. And what a journey. Like I had a lot of contempt prior to investigation before I got here. I just thought it was a night town and just this is where you go to let your hair down. And it turns out the city has so much more to offer than just that.
So these 4 guys are always playing in SoCal, and they're always playing, not always, but a lot of times they're playing at Marina Park, which are much bigger, much taller, much more spacier courts. So when you go to a tighter venue like this, where you're a little bit closer in, you know, what kind of strategy alterations does that lead to for the SoCal guys?
So the strategy is we switch from Marina, and I say we because that's where I did most of my living was before I came here in Orange County. We switched from Marina to the courts on 58th Street and Seashore in Newport Beach, and those courts are historic for sure. They've been there a very long time. They've seen almost all the greats of the game, at least for the men, that have seen those courts.
Are those the courts that Rocky works out at? They're like right on the beach. They're like on this little peninsula off of Pacific Coast Highway.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen pictures of them.
It's totally a destination style court to be playing at.
It's great, you know, like he can take a surfboard there, play for a little bit, and then walk down to the beach and surf.
It is. I mean, and that's how it was. I mean, you get all your locals out there. You know, you'd have Jim Benuelos and Gary Martin on the queue. They play. They got the music vibe. You've got the seashore boardwalk is what it is, and you have people that are riding bikes, and you know what I mean. You got a lot of hot bodies, we'll call them, out there, and they're working out. I mean, it's just a scene kind of place. And of course, you got your surfers who are parking. You've got really famous surf spot there known to locals called Blackie's.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's like I said, it's total destination when you travel. Get a hold of Rocky or anyone that's in town and make that a must-do.
That's cool. 100%.
14-7 as we are underway of an upset here early.
We're a little behind on the oh, that ball was out. Good leave by Jay right there.
And off scene here to the left, you have a singles match going on between Janelle Tissinger, Ledkins. I was so
that's her new married
close.
name. Ledkins.
Got the first letter right, I guess. Against Jessica Parrilla. That's a very tough match.
I believe that's a women's pro singles semi.
And then off to the right here, you've got a great matchup. We got a timeout here. We'll keep it here. We got a timeout here on the main stage. But we'll keep it here. And to just let you know, on the adjacent court to the right, what you can't see is a great one-wall match between Robert Sastry and his partner William from New York, taking on the phenoms of indoor, Javier Mar and Mario Mercado, who were the Beach Bash champions, correct?
Yes, they were. Yeah, this is the Beach Bash pro doubles champs. Really have come on, gotta admit. And then they're taking on two outdoor legends, two one-wall legends from New York. Will Roland in particular told me that I don't think he's ever lost here with playing with Sastra. These two are just our one-wall legend.
Yeah, look at the hands; they're incredible. You guys can't see him. I'm not talking to you. I'm definitely talking to Todd Boss.
If you want
to look at it, but
I believe that's on the LPRT stream right now. If you wanted to see some top one-wall action. Not that I'm advising you to leave us. I mean, we're giving you great entertainment right here.
Golly. I think we've done the indices of racquetball in just a matter of minutes. Back to the action here. This is, if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Brian Pineda here with Todd, the myth, the man, the legend, the fact finder extraordinaire boss. And you're watching the men's 50-plus division here, a very tight-knit match, even though it's a bit of a runaway.
Flies it. Yeah, this is that was not necessarily a close match or a close game. 15-7.
Right. I mean, it's not what to be expected, but it is getting darker. The shadows change the game depending on your abilities of vision. What you look like on paper may not be how you feel like on the inside. As Fernandez goes to serve a ball to Jesus Ustarroz.
Nice shots here. Nice strategic shot. Moves him off the court. Goes right back. He's got to turn around, get right back in. Jeff can't get there in time. Let's see if Jeff tries to work Jesus down the line here. Nope.
And Gabe saw that ball nicely.
Yeah.
0 serving 0. This is game number 2. And a very nice shot from the former national champion of the men's professional division, or back in the day, let's keep it real, Todd, it was the open division.
It was.
It was not always the pro division. Didn't really get incepted until, I want to say, 2005, I want to say.
Oh, geez.
Tough.
Just like you wrote it up. Hey, do you practice that? I'm broadcasting. I can still heckle, right?
That's absolutely. It's Mando.
It's Southern California. They expect to be heckled. You know, plus we have a Southern California ref. Yep, good ball.
I want to say hello to 11. That's a nickname I gave to Jesus' better half, Gloria, out there, Gloria Rogers, and to Caroline Osberg. Mrs. Fernandez is actually in audience here in Las Vegas. Cool that the couple made the trip. And Mrs. Medina is at home as well. If they're watching, hello to their families. Thank you for the support of the IRT and watching your loved ones play. Thank the RT for doing, Mike Coulter for making this free to everyone via Facebook and any other platforms, Todd.
Yeah, we live stream to, we co-stream to YouTube, so you can go to YouTube.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a delay. The YouTube feed is apparently a little bit better quality, but there's a delay and there's no chat. So for those of us that are engaging, like I always watch on Facebook because I like seeing chats. I like to get online and argue with people. That's what social media is for.
Oh yeah, and send some stars. I don't know if they're doing it for this match.
Oh my gosh, we haven't mentioned any stars.
Have we had any stars?
Well, I don't really ask for stars. Maybe we should have. That might be from.
That's a previous chat, I believe.
We're vexing our production assistant here.
She's doing great. I've got to say, you really improved on the people behind the screen. I've got to be honest, optically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Angela, former professional introducer, and Alexis.
Alexis Iwasa, multi-time.
This is Alexa Iwasa?
Yeah, multi-time
oh
Canadian
my
junior
gosh!
national champ.
What a noob!
That is who's helping us this. Yep.
My gosh!
Yep.
When I saw her first, she was fresh from the womb. Holy cow! She's blossomed and a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, we're old.
Stop! Don't ever call me that again.
Yeah.
Call me fat all you want, Todd.
No, we're old. Let me ask you this, Brian.
Yes.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Not a chance.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Stop it.
We're just going to get along great, aren't we? All right. Back to the action here. What's the story here? How are these guys pulling the upset? I mean, Fernandez is really hitting crisp shots. Not there necessarily, but he's driving the action 100%.
And they will. You're going to see a lot more slicing from the right side collectively, and you're going to see a lot crisper shooting from the left side. And that's textbook outdoor racquetball, probably even indoors as well. Right will be the steady player.
Nice shot.
More of the retriever in a sense. Trying to work the setup for the left side player. Out here, the left side player just has to be more aggressive. Has to be the shooter.
It's a very outdoor rally we got going on here.
Beautiful.
That's a great shot right there.
And you know what? Like, let's give a little credit here. I mean, these. So, I don't know if you guys saw it last night or not, but Jeff Osberg and Jim Fernandez here. Excuse me, not Jimmy. Eric Fernandez. Yeah. They played con Rado Moscoso and Rodrigo Montoya and took them to an 11-10 breaker. So they're going to be hitting better. You know what I mean? Like, this ball is nowhere near as fast, so everything looks like a plum.
Yeah. Took those guys, that was in the open division. And I'll say it plainly. When the match started, Moscoso and Montoya were wearing like track gear. It looked like they were just going to try to cruise out through that. No, that was a grinder. They had to work for that match.
They took a page out of Tim Doyle and Chris Crowther's playbook. When they don't respect who they're playing, I'm going to keep my warm-ups on. This is a blur. Like, I don't need to take this too seriously. And little by little, you saw first the jackets come off, and the next thing you know, they're in shorts and a shirt, and they're sweating.
So I heard this story once from Del Ganem. So I owe this. This is Ganem's story, not mine. But Ganem had just won junior nationals as a 17-year-old. Maybe it was an 18-year-old. And so he just said to himself, you know what? Hey, I'm good enough. I just won junior nationals. I'm going to go try this pro thing. So the very next pro event, as it turned out, after junior nationals, was in Arlington, Virginia. So he goes to Arlington, and of course he's the lowest seed. So he gets matched up first round in the 32s against Marty Hope. So Marty had just signed a brand new apparel deal, and it was with these company that made these velour tracksuits. Now, we are talking the early 80s here.
Awesome.
So velour tracksuits were still still pretty popular. So Marty comes out, basically just showing up on time for his match, thinking, I'm playing some kid I've never heard of. I don't have to warm up. I don't have to. I can wear my velour tracksuit. Blah blah blah. Well, Ganem comes to play. Marty plays the entire first game in his tracksuit, and Ganem runs him. Marty's drenched in sweat, loses the first game. Ganem makes a comment to him. He's like, "You think you're going to take that darn tracksuit off now and play?"
Fire.
Probably not the thing that he wanted to hear.
Right.
But by all accounts, Ganem took him 5. Marty ended up pulling it out. You know, Marty is a showman. You know, he doesn't mind losing a game here and there to entertain the crowd. But yeah, not the round of 32 he probably anticipated that day.
Right. And I remember I butchered this name yesterday. Was it Michael Bromfeld?
Michael Braunfeld.
Michael Bromfeld. So and this is, most people drive through Bakersfield. No offense if you live there, but most people drive through it. Well, no, we held a tournament there, and I think it was like a tier 3 or tier 4, and Marco was running the event, and next thing you know, it drew Chris Crowther, and lo and behold, and this is years after Michael Bromfield had played the tour, and so Michael's in the draw too, and I think I drew Michael Bromfield, and I think the warm-up was longer than the actual match.
Yeah,
and you're looking at this guy, you're thinking like this was before the CPRT, and he would have well qualified for this. So mind you, I'm just saying he's just mature in age. Long story short, Chris Crowther sees Bromfield, and Chris is like, I think he was number 4 in the world at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris does not take his warm-ups off against Bromfield. Bromfield beats him first game, 11-1. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Chris got so desperate, he's losing the second game. He photon one into the back of Michael Bromfield.
Oh.
Those are the days I miss, man, when you just did whatever it took to win. But that's just me personally.
Those are the that's the takeaway from that story, that you enjoyed blasting the small ball into the small of somebody's back.
Oh my gosh, just cripple him. Hence the name Crippler.
9-7. Here we go.
9-7 here, and put the history book down here for a second. Battle of the front court going on. T-Rex takes a nice 2-wall.
Yeah, nice reset here. That's going to be killed. Oh, Jeff wants that one back. Yeah, that was the most he had his feet set the entire rally, and he flew it out wide, 1.5 feet.
It's cool, and I gotta give this plug because they are the presenting sponsor. All 4 of these gentlemen are playing with ProKinetics rackets, which you can buy online at ProKinetics.com. We appreciate their support. They've been the presenting sponsor now for a few years, being a big part of the outdoor game.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh!
And although they're not the presenting sponsor, we want to thank them as well. Head has always been a part of has joined the outdoor game. Gearbox has always had their support since day 1 of their inception.
100%. And props to the ProKinetics trucker hat that Osberg is wearing. That's a stylish situation right there. The Black Ace foam front ProKinetics trucker hat.
Yep.
Flat brim, because he's from Southern California.
Absolutely.
Got to represent.
So random, I love it.
Oh, that's a nice pickup by Jason right there. By Jay. When I chatted with him, he introduced himself as Jay, and so I have a hard time calling him Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Nine serving 8 is the score. Great shot from Jay. Shooting from the hip. It was a good serve.
So here's a fun fact about Jay. He's a New Yorker, moved to Huntington Beach, and played a big part in the evolution of the New York crowd trying 3-wall, coming to outdoor nationals, making the trip across, and kind of the cross-pollination we have in this country of outdoor communities. When I called Jay to get some, we have a media a broadcast binder, a media guide that we put together for this event. So I called Jay to get some information about his fellow Southern California players. Just do you know where they work, and hey, what's some fun facts about them. And so Jay gave me these fun facts about himself. Loves to eat.
I identify.
Always the fattest guy on the court.
I'm starting to identify.
and his primary skill in racquetball is picking partners well.
My bio's got to be the same. I mean, you just literally cropped and paste our photo. I always said if I was going to be in the Hall of Fame, if there was ever going to be this loose one, it's who picked their partners the best. Now, granted, he's had some good ones.
Well, here's his bona fides from outdoor. He's won national outdoor doubles twice, both with Rocky. He's won the Vegas Pro Doubles title in 2015 with Rocky. Integral to the origins of war because he knew Soster from his days in New York, and that's what brought him out for the first. I'm not sure the first time Soster played outdoor nationals, but it couldn't have been much later than like 2004.
I was going to say, I think it's 2004. So Soster and Freddie make it out there, and I want to say they lost. They made the finals too.
Wow.
And I want to say they would lose to Craig Lane and Greg Solis. And then I think the following year, then that's when a real big one, or maybe it was the year before, but you had Cliff Swain and Marty Hogan would play Greg Solis and Craig Lane in the final. Man,
that's pretty impressive. They probably had never even seen a 3-wall court.
They hadn't. It was amazing that they had made it that far. But I mean, that was just a testament to how good their 1-wall was. But it was the exposure. I think that's kind of what helped. It's actually helped the New Yorkers evolve and become better to take back home to their games. Is that the backhand was so exposed.
Yeah.
Now it's vastly improved.
Yeah, 100%. But what's interesting is that the same thing in reverse has happened. Think of all the players that play nothing but 3-wall, whether they're in Southern California or Florida or wherever. Detroit, Chicago. They come out and they see this, and now they all play 1-wall. They all try it.
Right.
It's just such a different game.
So we got a point here. It is 12 serving 10 on the head pen scorecard.
It's crunch time. We need us.
Oh boy.
Wow. Jesus said no.
And that's a good timeout, and I think we'll take our first break in the action as well. When we return, Game 2, we'll see its finalization.
Is this you every day you show up to the club? Do you have no purpose to your training? Do you not get better at racquetball? Hey, you. What the hell are you doing? You want to learn how to train for rows? Alright, let's get after it.
'22 3WALLBALL World Championships presented by ProKenix. A beautiful outdoor shot executed for a 1 down in service. We have second server here, Jesus Ustarroz. I'm Brian Pineda, and you're watching the 50-plus division. Very competitive. And an excellent timeout that came from Jimmy Fernandez there, who's going to be serving the ball. They were able to withhold any points being scored as it's close here in the second game. 12-10 first server. Gabe Medina goes to cut it off. Hands there from Jeff. And a tough shot there from Gabe Medina, former national champion. Second server. Jimmy with the nice Eric. I don't know why I call him Jimmy. Eric Fernandez. And a miscue there. No harm, no foul. Much needed 5-point run here is is what we're looking for to send this to a breaker. Unfortunate break there. Gets 1 of 5 needed. Score is going to be 11, serving 12. Sends him wide. That is a great serve from the funky cold Medina. Gabe Medina right there. A little shout out to Peters. Mike Peters, 3-time world champion, who's watching out there. Another good serve. Jesus on that. Oh, boy, a little Sapo there. For sure an urban word that we use for a mishit that goes for a winner. As I do a little skip to Lou here with Boss to get his mic set back on. And we're back in the action.
Back in the action. What'd I miss?
I believe we are at 13-12. I'm going to get it. Oh, boy. Once again, another backhand. I call it reverse forehand because Jesus has no backhand.
14.
Oh, no. And we are going breaker.
Going to breaker. Man.
15-12. Well, Todd, just in time for us to take a commercial break.
Boy, I guess I could have waited.
You could have, my friend. And when we return, my friends, we have a win-by-one 11-point tiebreaker on the IRT.
Our YDF helped us a lot with almost every tournament with the hotel. That it's one of the expenses. Without them, I don't think I could go to every tournament to play. Well, I love racquetball and I want to be the best. I want to be one of the youngest players to ever win a title or the US Open.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and in light of the recent events, your continued support means everything to myself and my employees. To thank you, we're having the biggest sale ever on all MyPillow bedding. Get MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $29.98. A set of pillowcases for only $9.98. In this economy, instead of buying a new bed, rejuvenate your bed with a MyPillow mattress topper for as low as $99.99. We also have blankets in a variety of sizes, colors, and styles, like plush, waffle, or gossamer, for as low as $29.98. We even have pet blankets from small size to the ones for your car. Get huge discounts on duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to mypillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code and you'll get huge discounts on all MyPillow bedding, including MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $29.98. Get all your shopping in while quantities last. Please order now.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at Game 3 here at the 3WALLBALL Outdoor Championships in Las Vegas. First game went to Fernandez and Osberg, 15-7. Second game to Ustarroz and Medina, 15-12. Welcome back to my co-host, Brian.
What's up, Alexis?
How are you?
Fill me in. What I miss?
We are now starting game 3, 0-0. And
Wow.
a quick point. Side out here.
Just in time to see that ugly winner. Perfect. No, Jesus, a phenomenal player in himself. 0 serving 1. Is that what we have for a score?
I think 0-0. There's a side out there.
0-0. Okay. Smart shot. And a definite nice try with the poach to the backhand to the left corner. Hit him.
Oh. Another quick point here, 2-0.
I hear 1-1 out there.
Not bad.
Good get there from the fur. Down the middle, solves the riddle. Alexis, when is the last time you played outdoor? Do not break my heart, Ryan. Say never. Don't.
Okay, I'm never going to say never.
Okay.
I believe I was 13 years old in Hawaii, just after coming from the World Championships in Los Angeles.
How cool.
And I never played after that because there's no back wall.
Well, we got to get you back out here. Your whole family has too much of gifts to not be offering racquetball. I love that you're out here on the broadcasting motherboard here. I can't even think of what the name is for this thing right now. The TriCaster and the soundboard. Nailed it.
Yes, you got it. Thank you. Just happy to be here, honestly.
1 serving 3 is the correct score on the head pen scorecard. And a lot of mistakes coming here in the tiebreaker. Maybe some fatigue, some settling down. You know, we had Fernandez and Jeff really coming out hot. Seeing the ball as big as a watermelon, everything just seemed to be landing. Jesus and Gabe have weathered the storm, but coming up, and it's almost like a lull right now.
Yes.
Someone waiting to take over.
Kind of that time of night where everybody's tired, feeling a little bit hungry, ready to go home, go out, explore.
Are you inside my head? That's exactly what's going on in my head right now. Great shot there from Mr. Medina. Score is 4 serving 1. Head referee Micah Rich on the call here. Nice get from the one-handed bandit.
Do you have any predictions for this third game?
I mean, I thought from the very beginning that the guys in the back, not only on paper, have performed at a much higher level than these two, but I think, it doesn't quite tell the story, but my prediction would have been the guys in the back would have taken this in 2. Once again, Fernandez and Osberg are proving to be more than what they look like, as they did have an 11-10 breaker with Conrado Moscoso and Rodrigo Montoya yesterday in the Open. And now they're really taking it to 2 gentlemen who have been crowned national champions at the highest level of outdoor in different years, of course. Different partners. Hate to see that. That's going to leave a bruise as Jeff hits himself for missing what looked like a plum. Oof. That's tough. Jeff was a good 15 feet off the court as he ripped that winner. Gabe just a step too slow to get there. Good cut off from the fur. So Jesus wants a hinder there. Mike is not giving it. I think that's the correct call. So something like a little bit different about indoors compared to outdoor. Outdoor, traditionally, we don't play as many hinders. You kind of got to play through it, whereas indoor feels like every other shot is a hinder.
Yes. Okay.
Great get. We got a little update in the score here. Correct score is 3 serving 4. If you're just joining us, welcome to the 2022 3WALLBALL World Championships presented by ProKenix. You are watching a tiebreaker match in a men's age division of 50 plus. As we see a lead change now going to Fernandez and Osberg. 5 serving 4. And I'd love to know what the point spread is in the SoCal tent. There's definitely some gambling going on that I would. Ooh, someone picked well here, and I guarantee you most people did not pick this to be happening.
It's great to see, though. You always got to go for the underdog sometimes. You
Right.
never know. Six serving 4.
6 serving 4. I don't know why I felt like echoing you. You just said the score. I was like, yeah, 6 serving 4 is almost like just a squirrel moment. But
It's okay. Just got to reiterate it sometimes.
Thanks
You
for
forget.
tolerating me. Yeah, thanks for tolerating me.
Thanks for being here this week. We appreciate it.
Of course. Good hands from Jesus. Fur will be all over it. Good hands again. Tough. And not the prettiest rally, but for sure what we'd like to call a bum fight. Four serving 6. This game is played to 11 in the tiebreaker. Win by 1. Jeff going very high on that one, a little too high. As we make this a 1-point game. 5 serving 6. Alexis, if you were to choose, while we have a little break in the action, if you were to choose one of the 4 gentlemen to play mixed with on this court right now, who would it be? Who do you think you'd mesh with better?
It's hard to say. I just came here for game 3. I didn't quite see the first 2.
Time's running out. Pick.
As of right now, let's go Fernandez.
Okay.
Looks like my kind of guy.
Fire. Great call there from Micah Rich. And what can happen outdoor is just a ball coming on from the adjacent court. Beautiful women's semifinal pro singles happening between Jill Tissinger Ledkins and Jessica Parrilla. That's so tough.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. Not easy to do. And even he says, like, just on one leg, kind of falling over, coming at my body. Have to be a little creative here. Smart shot there from Jay. Rally ensues. And that's a shadowy shot, you know what I mean? Like, that looks easy. You wonder how he can miss something that's about, we'll say, 2.5, 2 3/4 feet high, not to be too specific. But the shadow from the light that's projecting on the court can make that look difficult.
Yes, unfortunately we weren't able to get those bright lights that shine down from above.
Plum setup. She just goes up with it, reset. Tough. That's a tough rally. Like that ball is, even looking back here, I'm not playing. I can see the whole thing. I can only imagine when you're up that close in the bum fight. Not easy whatsoever.
Now, is the red ball the official ball for outdoor?
Correct.
Okay.
So there's the red ball, and there's also a black and orange ball by Pro Kenix. But traditionally, the Gearbox red ball, and I believe at times as well, Head makes a red ball.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just seems to be the color they've settled on.
Maybe a little faster too for out here.
Sure. And this is tough. Gabe really struggling in this game at this moment. Scores 5, serving 9. It's pretty much go time here for the men in front. Great lob. Tough. That is tough. Great shot from Jesus Ustarroz. 6 serving 9 on the Head Pan scorecard.
Must have got lost in the banner there.
And it's 9 serving 6 here. 2 points away from a victory over a very prestigious team. Oh. 9 serving 6. Second server, Osberg serving. We got to hang on. Ball comes across. We'll get a second look here at 9-6. Fur's going to come over, give him a little bit of ear candy. That's too good.
Beautiful hands.
Absolutely. Here we are, first match point here. 10 serving 6. Little chop serve. Gabe sends it wide. And there it is. Fernandez and Osberg upset Jesus Ustarroz and Gabe Medina. 15-7, 12-15, and 11-6. Thank you, Micah Rich, for refereeing that match. Thank you to the IRT for getting this broadcast out to everyone, and thank you for everyone for tuning in. More action will be underway
tomorrow.
And that's all going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in the IRT, and we will see you in the morning.